How are you?
I'm great.
Great, I love to hear that. I'm great too. Listen, I saw you working with the kids today. I want to know the importance from your perspective of grassroots initiatives like this, the kids being able to touch the greats.
I think, it's one thing to, send out pamphlets and, say, oh, come to track, come get engaged, but it never works. You need that one-on-one connection. And even though it's harder to do and takes more time, that is the most effective way to do anything. And I've had the best time with these kids. And I think the reality is if you want to do anything great in life, you need someone to come in. You need a vision of where you want to go. Otherwise, how do you set your compass? How do you set your sail if you can't see it? And I had that done for me. And, I've split with some awesome kids here who have dreams of being footballers, who want to do athletics, one who wants to be an asthma doctor, very specific. And I just think, I just hope these kids have everything they need to, move forward and find their way to achieving those goals.
Like I said, you look really like you were enjoying it up there, clapping them along. Couple fallers today. Were they all right?
Oh, they were fine. And actually, there were two girls that did fall. And I just want to say, do you know what? It's not easy to run on a treadmill if you've never done it before. And this one's kind of bouncy. And I made a specific point to go over to them and say, I really hope that, you're not embarrassed and you feel proud of what you did, because those are the only two girls today that I saw push themselves to the point that they fell. And that is what excellence and greatness takes. So I said, well done for you.
Talk to me a little bit about your own first grassroots experience when you got to see people that were famous or that left an impression on you, that resonated with you. Talk to me a little bit about that story.
So actually there are two really, distinctive points in my life. The first one was, so I actually, I was always an athlete. I played rugby, but I was in an accident when I was 15 and I lost part of my right leg. And I kind of thought, well, I guess that's it. I can't be an athlete anymore. And I will never forget, there was a para swimmer who wasn't from my school, but someone who had heard about what happened to me, and he took the time one day to drive to my school and spend an afternoon with me and just let me know, I know things aren't great right now, and they weren't. It's a lot to adjust and really hard to, but he said, I want you to know if you still want to do sport, there's an avenue. And even though it was really early in the amputation, but I had that vision early on that even though I didn't look like other athletes in the mainstream, I could still do that. And I took that with me. And then probably once, a few years later, once I really started getting into athletics and I made my first kind of debut on the international scene, I'll never forget coming back and a senior athlete called me up who didn't know me that well, but just said, look, I saw this was your first meet and, I was impressed, but you still need a little bit of work. And he invited me to come to the gym with him, and he just showed me this is the step. This is how you get to the next step. And I've had so many moments of those, people taking the time to encourage me and to educate me and show me this is the next step. That's how this works, and for everything that I've been given, I want to give that back as well.
So it's a combination of paying it forward and now you're paying it back.
It is paying it forward as well, and also I just genuinely love doing this. This is why I started off doing athletics in the first place, because I loved it, because it was fun, and you come here and you've seen the smiles on their faces and them cheering and wearing crazy hats. It's just fun, and sometimes with the professionalism of sport and the pressure, you can go into training and you're quite somber and no one's smiling, and that's ridiculous. So I want to come out here and be with runners who smile.
Personal ambitions this year. What are the targets that you can share with us?
So for me, I'm in my 12th year now. We've got some very enthusiastic people in the background. I'm in my 12th year now, and one of my main goals for my career is I want to break the 6-meter mark for long jump. I'm close, I'm at 578. That is the goal for this year, and if I could do that, that would be awesome.
Typical East London West Ham fans. Goals sound big in terms of you being at this stage of your career and still being infused by all that you do. Can you see past this point though? Can you see past this track and field career? And what does that look like? You've said it, I'm 34. I didn't say it, I did everything not to say it.
Okay, you alluded to it. And do you know what, I have had a really unusual career in that I started quite late. I was in my early 20s when I really started. I kind of went the opposite route. I did all my schooling first and then thought, you know what, I want to take a chance on a crazy dream, and I did, and that's lasted 12 years now. I'm definitely probably getting to the point where I'm looking beyond. And one of the best things that my career as an athlete has done for me is it's kind of opened my eyes ways, in the sense that I went to a school where success looked like, you were an engineer, or you were a doctor, you were an accountant, you were a lawyer. It was such a narrow scope, but being in this industry, in this sport, I've realized there are so many ways in life to be successful, and actually my career kind of went a very different route. Started broadcasting, had the chance to be an actress, and do all sorts of things I would have never considered. And I think my heart right now is probably towards speaking and encouraging other people and helping people find what their best performance looks like. That's my real passion for now. So I have a glimpse as to what the future might look like, but very much still focused on, I might not have many years left in the sport, and so I'm giving this everything I have now.
Thanks for your time and good luck with everything.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.